How's it going, guys? So a lot of you have been asking me to talk to you about what's in my bookshelf, and if you guys follow the vlog channel that both me and my husband share, you've probably seen our massive bookshelves filled with lots of stuff. So most of the time you probably see them from a distance, you don't actually get to see what's in them. So I thought I would take you on a tour of all of the books that I like and I don't like. I don't have a lot of time to spend reading, and so when I want to read something, it's gotta be good. To start off this little tour, I'm just gonna start with the Harry Potter books. I gotta rep my Harry Potter love. We have a complete collection of the Harry Potter books, but we don't have a really cute collection. I've been wanting hardback Harry Potter book for a long time now, and I think this year will be the year that happens, and they will all match. Matching books is a really big deal to me. I'm a little OCD with that, but if they don't match, it drives me nuts. Now that Harry Potter's out of the way, because you guys are probably tired of me talking about it, I'm going to move on to the classics. I feel like you get stuck reading the classics in high school because you have to read them, and then when you're out of school, you're like, I don't want anything to do with those authors that bored me half to death in school. And let me tell you, that has not changed since I was in high school. I have all of these classic books that I bought on my own accord, thinking that, hey, this is gonna be great, except for this book. This is the only book that I've read and that I've actually liked. I bought them with good intentions, and I've read maybe the first 2 chapters of all of them. Look, here's a bookmark. That's all I've read. Here's another bookmark. This is all that I've read. I have never actually even started this book. Then I just have really popular best-selling books that actually I've read all of them and I've quite enjoyed a lot of them. So, to give a few examples, these are all of the best-selling books that I have bought in the past. I bought them because they just had good reviews. You walk into Barnes & Noble and it's like, best-selling books. Most of the time, they were right. Never read this one. I found out that he lied about the whole thing and I stopped reading it. I still haven't actually wanted to read it since then. Lovely Bones, lovely book. A little scary, a little eerie. You guys have to know that I love eerie books. So this was an awesome book. Water for Elephants, amazing book, terrible movie. The Time Traveler's Wife, another amazing book and terrible movie. I have to say that I really like reading creepy books and I really love reading love stories. I don't know what it is, maybe it's because I'm a girl, but reading a good love story just puts me in the best mood. What can I say? I just love love. I'm a typical cliche of a girl. I'm sorry. And this book, 50 Shades of Grey. I bought this book not knowing what it was about. It was just on a bestseller rack and I was like, okay, I've heard a lot of buzz about this book. So when I started reading this and actually figured out what it was about, it was an interesting surprise. I need to do a little more research into the books that I buy. So to go backwards, instead of reading the book first and then seeing the movie, these are both books that I read after seeing the movie. This is one of my top 5 favorite books I've ever read, and what's interesting about this book is that it's an autobiography. This is called Rocket Boys, and the movie is October Sky. You guys need to watch this movie and read this book and then come back and thank me, because you will. And on the opposite spectrum of heartwarming and touching is Girl Interrupted. I don't know why I love this movie so much, but I bought it and decided to read the book. If you want to watch a depressing yet uplifting story, if you're in like a dark mood or something like that, this is a very good movie to read. This is a very good movie to read. Oh my gosh, very good movie to watch. So I love a good eerie and creepy book. I love a good murder mystery. So a very good series if you're really interested in murder mystery is by J.E. Conrath, and it's the Jack Daniels series. There's a lot of books in them, but the main character of the story is named Jack Daniels, and each book is actually named after a cocktail, and I thought that was the cutest thing ever, because so if you guys are interested in that genre of books, I would definitely recommend that series. Another little part of my bookshelf are beauty books and health books and stuff like that. It's really hard to find a good beauty book, so I find these ones really interesting. The Truth About Beauty is a really interesting book if you guys are interested in adding supplements to your diet. Right here it says, transform your looks and your life from the inside out. She had a lot of health problems that she didn't know were caused by like eating bad and a lot of skin issues. So this I found really helpful. I went through and even like highlighted stuff that pertain to my situation, and she actually introduced me to a lot of supplements that I never thought about taking or would have ever known existed had I not looked into this book. This is a wonderful book to get insight into your own body for beauty benefits and skin benefits and just keeping yourself young. I love this book. This is called The Herbal Body Book, a natural approach to healthier skin, hair, and nails, and all of this stuff is DIY recipes on what you guys can do to help your skin, hair, or nail ailments like what you should do as like a hair mask if your hair is dry, how to moisturize your skin with a mask that you can make in your own kitchen. I really love reading books on paper and books in book form, but I also really like to read on my Kindle, especially when I'm traveling or I'm going somewhere where just a book is way too big and clunky, and a Kindle is just a much easier solution for that. If it's a book that I already have, I actually rotate reading in a book on my Kindle and on my phone with the Kindle app. And I do that because if I'm like out and about, I can read on my phone. If I want, I can read on my Kindle, and sometimes I'm just like, okay, I just need to get away from screens and get away from everything electronic, so I'll pick up the book and pick up where I left off on my other devices. You guys have the Kindle Prime Amazon membership. It's like $10 a month and you get to download as many books as you want to read during that month, and it's like the best deal ever, especially for all of you bookworms out there. I have been reading like 2 or 3 books a month, so it's been a really big help to save money, especially if it's a book that I'm like sort of interested in reading but don't really want to spend like $15 on a paperback book. I would just recommend doing that if you guys didn't actually know that that was a thing. So that's about it. I didn't talk about all of the books that I read or that I've read or that's in my bookshelf. I just talked about the majority of the ones that I've read so far and that I really liked or actually didn't really like. So I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better through the books that I read and the interests that I have and the weird things that I read. For me to get to know you guys a little bit better, why don't you guys leave me what your favorite book is down in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new book suggestions and that is a good way to get them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please click like if you're a bookworm. Us bookworms gotta stick together. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because that will just put a huge smile on my face. And I will see you very soon. Bye. It holds a decent amount of stuff. Look how big that bottom is. I love that. That's never a sentence I actually thought that I would say. I love that big bottom. I always like to keep my bangs out of my face for secondary hair because they always tend to look a little oily and just flat. For this look, you're gonna need an elastic band.